Greetings, Performance Reviews, where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today we're going to talk about the Hoover ONEPWR Cordless HEPA Plus, which is a cordless, bagged, upright vacuum, which is based on a time-tested design, originally designed by ORIC. For those who aren't familiar, ORIC TTI are the same company, and they also own a power tool company. The research and design from their power tool company has given them the ability to make some of the most competitive cordless vacuums in the industry today. Some quick specifications on the machine. It has a limited 3-year warranty. The machine sells for under $300 depending on where you get it from. Mine came with two 4-amp hour batteries, which I received about 20 minutes of runtime on the highest setting, which is the majority of how I used it. For those not familiar with the machine this was based off, this is really a carpet lightweight style upright vacuum, not designed to do a lot of hard floor, mostly designed to do carpet and area rugs, like a traditional upright vacuum. This machine doesn't come with any onboard tools, nor can any be added, so keep in mind if you have this, this is either going to accommodate your existing vacuum, or you want to have a canister vacuum as well. Stick around for the entirety of this video. I am going to go into depth, taking the machine apart and going into a lot of details with reliability, warranty, etc., as I always do. I'll also show you a pickup test and my real-world experience with this vacuum in my house. When I was editing this video, I don't think my positivity or how much I like this machine really came in with this review, so I want to mention I do really like this vacuum. I do recommend it, and I think that this machine, using an existing corded vacuum and then converting it to cordless, is the secret sauce of this machine. So keep in mind, with all that's about to be said, the positives far outweigh the negatives of this machine. Let's talk about the bags. They're a large, high-flow HEPA. You can get them charcoal infused with both ORIC's and Hoover's name on it. In a typical household, a pack of 8 bags should last you a year. If you have a larger house and lots of pets, of course, that can vary. The bags are reasonably priced and very easy to change, something I really like about this machine. And if you haven't had a bagged vacuum, bags are more cost-effective than bagless machines, generally speaking, and don't require all the hassle and mess of bagless. Also, with allergies, being able to not touch the dust and have the bag self-seal is a huge plus, and one of the main reasons you might be looking at this over some of the competition. The machine comes with 2 interchangeable batteries. Very easy to interchange. I do find that if the bag was about a ½ an inch shorter, my fat thumbs would fit in there a lot better for the battery change, so keep in mind. Now the bag does move, it's not fixed in place, we'll talk about that in a second. And it does give you an indicator level right there as well. Now the bag is purposely not fixed in here by any hard means. You'll see the bag's actually held on by glorified rubber bands on the bottom. And the reason that they do that is the outer cover for the bag is really just to protect the inner bag, and they want this to be able to flex and move if it hits furniture. So if you go over and you hit furniture, it's going to flex, hopefully, and not break your furniture or the vacuum. So it makes it a little bit more durable. But the side effect of that is the bag does move when you use it. Now this feels very solid in the hand, especially compared to my 14-year-old ORIC XL21 next to it. The carrying handle is much easier to carry down here than it would be if we were trying to carry it up here or further up on the machine. So keep that in mind. They put it there, you should use it. The fill tube is nice and wide. If you need to get to it, you can unscrew it right there. It's easy to get to. The machine does not lie flat. Again, this is carried over from the original design. It gets pretty low, lower than a lot of machines with a cyclone, but not completely flat. So some low places might struggle with that. The grip of the machine is very comfortable. Even with my big man hands, I find this grip very comfortable. The switch is easy to hit. I do find myself accidentally turning the machine on and off with this switch. What they have done is very smart, is the machine will not turn on until you put the machine in the down working position, and then once you turn it on, it's good to go. So keep that in mind. Again, the machine will not turn on in the upright position. You have to put the machine down for it to turn on.
So now we've come into the land of technology compared to the XL21. There's a couple of things going on in here.
We have some heavy-duty DC wires there for the 4 amp hour battery. We see a micro switch here for whether it's upright or not. We also see a magnet on the brush roller, which helps for stoppages. This is a really good feature to have. It saves the motor and the circuit board. Last, we have a long life belt, which is proven technology.
You can get to this side, get in here, clean it, lubricate it if you want. This is an item that you would normally change every 2 to 4 years with normal use, unlike an XL21. So keep in mind this is a wear item. Don't be afraid to change this. And both sides of the brush roller ends are eccentric. You can see, it will focus. We have normal and special. That raises or lowers the brush roller. That's your only sort of adjustment there. You have 2 gaskets right here. Sometimes they come with 1, sometimes they come with 2, depending on what your machine was. But this is a wear item.
There's also a felt gasket in here that needs to be changed every 2 to 4 years.
You can see the impeller. So sometimes something could get stuck in there. So keep that in mind. So the circuit board is stabilized in epoxy, which will really a great thing because this thing is going to vibrate being a carpet cleaner. Moloch styles of quick disconnects on this board are really welcome, that you can just plug and unplug everything. This makes servicing really simple.
As per the usual arrangement, I reached out to the dealer network to see if there was any particular weak points I should mention in this review. Apparently the handles can break, but I take this with a grain of salt since handles usually are the first thing to break along with plugs on any vacuum cleaner model.
Well, that doesn't sound good. Is it time to send it back? No. Luckily, I'm familiar with this issue. It's the same issue we would see with ORC vacuums, so I'm going to show you how to quickly fix it so you don't need to send your machine back.
This is really simple to do with a basic set of tools. You can use a multi-tool and a regular screwdriver and get this done. All you have to do is remove these 2 screws and either bend the metal ingest bars that you see up a little bit, as I show here, or you can remove the brushes that are going to hit them simply by pulling them out. I wish they would fix this, but it used to be the dealer would do this before you would get your machine from ORC, so that's why this is like this. Hopefully they come up with an updated brush roller, but it is easy to do, and I do have a tutorial in the unboxing video.
Now, those of you not familiar with the Performance Reviews pickup test, this is a practical real-world pickup test. We have breakfast cereal, cat litter, flour, and fresh pet hair, and we are also going to run a GoPro for a point of view cam as well. The other thing that's being done in this test is you'll get to hear the actual sound of the machine through a studio microphone. Let's see how this Hoover does, and we'll be doing this on the high setting. So what's interesting is I did this at the trade show years ago with the ORC, or I guess it was only a year ago. No cat litter, no flour, little bit of animal hair and carpet fuzz, but everything else it did very well on, especially for a cordless machine. That's really, really good. I'm skeptic to say that it's deep cleaning the carpet, being a cordless machine, but considering that the ORC XL21 that it was based off of was known for deep cleaning carpet, I'm going to go ahead and give it a pass.
Let's talk about this machine on hard floor. The brush never stops spinning, and even though it has a squeegee and soft rubber wheels, excuse the dog in the shot, it really isn't designed for hard floor. That was kind of an afterthought from back in the day. It doesn't have a way of stopping the brush to go just straight suction like you'd see a typical hard floor vacuum do. Let me show you the results when I did try it on hard floor.
So what I've done here is I've thrown some cat litter and some breakfast cereal just on my wood floor, and we're going to try it in the low speed, which is the hard floor mode, and I'm going to show you what happens. Paying attention to the back of the vacuum cleaner, you'll see
Those of you who are astute will have picked up that the debris just got pushed behind the vacuum, and that's again because the brush was spinning. Now I'm going to push some of that forward so you can see it with yet another vacuum while it's off. I don't own a broom.
All of that stuff just got knocked behind the vacuum. There's a good half of it right there. And that, the dog would stop walking in the shop. That, I got a whole zoo today. This right here is the problem with having a brush roller on a hard floor, and why I never really recommend it for wood floor pickup. Now, if you're doing a quick pickup on tile, it's not going to hurt the tile. Low places, not so much. Again, this is a cordless version of a contemporary upright, which was never meant to get in super low places. That's canister territory.
I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I really like this vacuum. In fact, if you have an Oric XL21 and are looking to upgrade, I would seriously consider this machine. I loaned this to a friend of mine who's also a vacuum tech and a vacuum collector, and we both agreed that this machine does have something special about it. It just maneuvers so well and really does have the secret sauce. Part of that secret sauce is it comes with 2 batteries. They even throw in an extra bag. They really give you a lot for this price point. And I think if you had primarily carpet, this is a machine you should consider, especially in the cordless category. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please subscribe, like to Performance Reviews.